Hello everyone, the famous Austin Galactic here, and today I'm going to be reading chapter 13, which is the final and last chapter for my book, Nebula and Quasar, The Search to Save the Sun. Now, since I read 12 chapters involving the beginning of the mission to hunt Magmanite as well as replacement batteries for the replacement sun, this is going to take place on the final mission, which is at Xeno's spaceship, in which Nebula and Quasar must fight against Xeno in order to achieve something that could save the entire galaxy, including the common Federal Republic and the world. So, with further ado, I'll begin the chapter. Chapter 13, Xeno versus Nebula and Quasar. Arriving at the complete destination, which was Xeno's ship, Nebula and Quasar landed on their ship in one complete supersonic move. Heading there, Nebula and Quasar knew what to do according to Stone Cold, based on what needed to be done in order to serve the common Federal Republic and many other plans for the IPF solar system as stated, while the UFO Quasar drove crashed into an asteroid once everything was done. Alright, now it is time to start breaking in and do whatever it will take to take in all of the 80 Novum Quadragentillion aliens by Xeno completely as stated, said Quasar, who was having all the energy and even determination that he needed to continue on with the mission as stated. Agreed. Let's do this and take down that Xeno once and for our cities and for our planets, said Nebula, who also had the same determination as Quasar. Breaking in, this caught the attention of all the estimated 80 Novum Quadragentillion aliens that would cause them more trouble to Stone Cold, and even the common Federal Republic and Comet City. Leaping into high gear, Nebula and Quasar managed to shoot as much as hundreds of Novum Dragontillions and even Novum Quadragentillions of lasers at the aliens that were completely also using counterattacks also. Shooting at them, Nebula and Quasar managed to use every move against the evil aliens by Xeno, and be able to keep attacking with every form of might and defense against them in one single move as time would pass by, with something even more bigger to begin with. Alright, now we need to think of a much more better strategy that would be able to help us out with all the hints that we can get on. There was only one final solution that could be able to get us out of this complete form of madness as possible, since Xeno and his aliens are preventing us from moving forward, said Quasar, who was feeling that there had to be even some sort of way before any damage could be done as a result, with the mission and the sun for the IPF solar system at stake. The only way to take them down is to shoot something super explosive that could easily damage the entire room and lead to something more bigger and better than ever before, and that is to keep moving, said Nebula, who was giving Quasar a final clue that could be able to stop all of the aliens in one move. That's a Nebula. That is the way we could be able to stop them all and find where Xeno is by finding all clues in his spaceship completely. So that way good can come out more than just bad, said Quasar, who was now getting the hint that there would be more and more solutions along the way to help them, and help him and Nebula fight against Xeno as possible. As they continued to keep on fighting, Nebula managed to make it to the door first, with Quasar going second in order for the duo to make it to the exit before anything wrong could have happened to them as a complete result. Then, with the final movement of all, Quasar managed to shoot a laser at an explosive placed on a table, causing a massive explosion to be triggered completely due to the laser being fired. Then, with one motion, the massive explosion engulfed all of the 80 Novum Quadragentillion aliens in 1 hour as a result. Nebula and Quasar proceeded to close the door, which led to the total number of casualties due to the explosion. Yes, we did it. We killed all of the 980 Northern Quadrilateral aliens that were causing more harm than good. To most of us completely due to enhanced actions against Comet City as a complete result, said Quasar, who was able to celebrate the victory against all of the aliens that they had defeated. Well done, Quasar. That it will be time for us to start going against that Xeno once and for all, said Nebula, who was congratulating him based on all kinds of certain matters that need to be taken into consideration. After that, Nebula and Quasar headed into many rooms of Xeno's spaceship, taking looks at certain clues and solving puzzles along the way to find even more that could be able to link to something even bigger and better as possible, based on all kinds of matters taken. Looking at certain kinds of objects that were stolen by Xeno due to his heinous actions against the common Federal Republic and even Comet City itself, Quasar then looked at certain numbers that would simply link to the front of the ship. Something tells me that there is more code that meets the eye for most of us than now. We need to figure out ways how to decipher the code completely and precisely so that way we can be able to keep on going and be able to do whatever it will take to save the sun-like star from being stolen by Xeno, said Quasar, who was analyzing the numbers and codes based on how they were placed on the chip for certain reasons that would need to go against the Comet Federal Republic completely. I think that, like the ones that we did for Planet Sahara, it easily matches the codes that we need to do in order for us to keep on going. So, ready for the code-breaking process? Said Nebula, who was encouraging Quasar to keep on going based on the processes that needed to be used in order for him to keep on going as a complete result based on all kinds of explanations. Why yes, Nebula, it will be time as far as we know it. We will do some code breaking before we fight against Xeno and certain causes, said Quasar. Starting the code breaking process, Quasar used every code in the first room to start deciphering what the code was based on numbers. With each hour passing by, Nebula and Quasar continued to look for every kind of code, starting from the first room to the next one. After that, they proceeded to look at the outside of the room completely for any more clues that would be proven possible as a complete result. As they managed to look out, they saw nothing but some suspicion as they moved. Something tells me that there is a sort of suspicion that's filling the earth completely as a result, said Nebula, who was surveying everything in the path due to the issues that were going on. I think so too, Nebula. Since there was intelligence that Xeno must have piloted the ship to get to the sun that was farther away from us, it completely sums it up due to the fact that it's far away while still glowing, said Quasar. As they were about to make one final move, suddenly from out of nowhere, a figure jumped down from the top and grabbed Nebula by his arm, causing Quasar to also lose control and with his basically on the floor. Then, by taking a look at who did that, Quasar was completely horrified at what he saw based on all kinds of matters that need to be completely taken due to what he had seen. It was Xeno. Taking a look at Xeno and Nebula, Quasar was even scared to see what happened. Well, if it isn't Quasar and Nebula, the space cops who always learn on how to save the day, said Xeno, with the intent to make insults. How did you manage to find us here? And what is your complete motive, Xeno? Said Quasar as he was completely angry and what had happened when Xeno made his way to cause more trouble for Nebula and Quasar. Well, I tell you what, Green Bean. When I first heard your vision supporting me, I used all of my energy to completely go against you. However, since you must have managed to defeat them all, it tells me that there has been no choice but to do this. So what do you think now, little green pumpkin little loser? Said Xeno, with his own insults. Feeling new to the defeat, Quasar was about to give up. Damn it! Something tells me that he is too powerful for all of the life as a space cop for the CCPD. There has to be something to do, said Quasar, while Nebula was shedding tears about what was happening. However, due to flashbacks that remind him about his parents and how they had to do something that led to complete fatality. While Nebula is watching from the compensated federal government complex, Quasar wasn't able to get up and be more determined than ever, based on the opportunity to keep on fighting even more as always, and even as a result, that would change the IPF solar system and its possible mergers with many other galaxies. I have got something for you, Zeno, and this is something you gotta see, said Quasar with determination and sternness that he had wanted to adapt to. And what is that, plasma punk? Said Zeno, who was ready to insult him more. Look that way, Zeno, said Quasar, who was pointing to the right side. As Zeno looked at the right side, Quasar managed to shoot a laser at Zeno's arm, completely injuring him as always, and leading to him releasing Nebula. Nebula, who was overjoyed by Quasar's actions against Zeno, proceeding to reunite with Quasar in another hug. Meanwhile, Zeno was completely infuriated at what Quasar had completely done to Zeno as the result of his actions against the evil alien. That's it. Now, since you have hurt my arm as a complete result, it's now time to transform into a massive alien. You cannot stop me, said Zeno with a boom in his voice as he transformed into a massive alien surrounding the star-like sun and proceeded to go close to it at 282.9 million miles, which was it was almost close to Zeno's spaceship. It looks like he's getting away with it. We have to do something that would be able to stop him and his acts completely as possible, said Nebula. There's only one way that we can be able to stop him completely, and that is by zooming at 87.889 million miles per hour using our hoverboards, said Quasar, who provided the last and final solution that would be able to end the mission for all and be able to take him down completely as a result. Alright, then here we go, said Nebula, as Nebula and Quasar managed to activate the hoverboards and proceeded to fly 87.889 million miles per hour due to the solution given by Quasar completely as a result. Proceeding to fly, Nebula and Quasar managed to head to the sun with its mass at 999.92 Northern Quadrillion kilograms and providing energy to each planet at 878.88 Northern Quadrillion gigawatts per second once powered with magmanite. As they got there, Zeno was surrounding the sun completely. Alright, this is the final part of the mission. With high gear, let's defeat that Zeno, screamed Quasar as he was ready to shoot the alien in hundreds of Northern Trigontillions and Northern Quadrillions of lasers along with Nebula in order to end Zeno once and for all completely. You got it, Quasar, shouted Nebula, as both of them proceeded to shoot the lasers. Starting the final boss fight, Nebula and Quasar proceeded to fire hundreds of Northern Trigontillions and Northern Quadrillions of lasers at Zeno, while Zeno managed to dodge each and every of the lasers, amounting to 287 Northern Quadrillion lasers from the space rays that Nebula and Quasar had used to keep on fighting and moving on. Alright, since that Zeno would not budge based on what he is doing to most us and with the potential to cause more trouble for us completely, there is one thing to do. For the higher, it's time. We adjust the lasers at 888 Northern Quadrillion joules as the max, screamed Quasar as he was now adjusting the knob to the maximum amount of energy that the space rays Nebula and Quasar had. Same thing. I will do whatever it takes to save the galaxy from Zeno and his intergalactic empire, said Nebula, with the space rays adjusted to 888.88 Northern Quadrillion joules at the max. Nebula and Quasar then started to fight tens and even hundreds of Northern Trigontillions and Northern Quadrillions of lasers at Zeno, making it impossible for Zeno to dodge. Just keep going and then Zeno will be defeated with the Krios Empire collapsing as a result, said Quasar. Then, with more than an estimated 298.88 Northern Quadrillion lasers shot from the space rays, Zeno was overwhelmed by over more than an estimated 2.83 Northern Sexaquintillion lasers, holding as much as 888 Northern Quadrant killing joules as the energy from the spaceway when fired. Now Quasar, now's your chance. With the opportunity to save the sun, destroy and kill Xeno once and for all, screamed Nebula. You got it, shouted Quasar. With the final laser shot, Xeno screamed in horror as the final laser was able to shoot him. No! Screamed Xeno. Then, with the final laser killing as much as 888.88 Northern Quadrilateral joules of energy, Xeno was completely destroyed as a complete result into Northern Quadrilaterals and centillions of bits due to the combined high yield of Nebula and Quasar. After that, revealing to be what had happened as a result of them collecting magmanite from the planets to save the sun needed to restore life, Nebula and Quasar saved the galaxy from Xeno and his terror against the IPF solar system. Yes, we did it! We did it! Said Nebula. Let's bring the sun back to our IPF solar system, shouted Quasar in joy. Using the ship that Xeno used to capture the sunlight star that was gone, and located 282 dual miles from the IPF solar system, were Neotopia, the place of the common Federal Republic, and with a population of 888 dual centillion in certain cities, and even the population of 359.88 dual centillion for compensating in its sheer number of 179.94 Nova Quadrant skyscrapers and buildings, Nebula and Quasar brought the sun back to the IPF solar system in a container that was used in the ship by Xeno to capture other stars that were in failed attempts. Going as fast as 87.888 dual miles per hour, Nebula and Quasar arrived just in time to place the sunlight star in the middle of the IPF solar system, causing the planets, including Neotopia, to go in a similar elliptical orbit revolving around the sun. Alright, time to eject all of the 10 magnetic jumps for over 50 billion years, plus the fuel for 4 billion years, said Quasar. Using the vial containing all of the magmanite in 10 drops, Nebula and Quasar got out of the spaceship piloted by Xeno, and with the vial opened, Nebula and Quasar took out the magmanite drops in a syringe resistant to the sun's core temperature at negative 282 quadrillion degrees, while the sun was at 888 trillion degrees Fahrenheit. Injected all of the 10 drops for 50 billion years along this fuel that Quasar took out of his pocket for 4 billion years of burning, adding up to 54 billion years. There we go. That is all the fuel and magmanite that the sun needs. Well done, Quasar. You have not only saved the sun for Xeno, but also hundreds of Nova Quadrilaterals of lives who were placed at stake. I could have never done this entire mission without you, Quasar. You made the galaxy to almost everything that we have always deserved and trusted to begin with as a complete result. So Nebula, who was offering as many thanks to Quasar completely after all of the past days of training and understanding. Thank you, Nebula. It has also been a pleasure with you helping me out with everything and all part of the mission as we always need to. Said Quasar, who was welcoming Nebula for all of the objectives and tasks that were now completed, with the sun now going and providing the right amount of nutrients and energy for everyone on all planets. Nebula and Quasar decided to destroy the spaceship that Xeno piloted, sending it off using autopilot at 88.88 non-nillion miles. And then found a laser that would lead to the destruction of the ship. Alright, let's head back to Comet City on the same rocket ship, said Quasar, calling in order for them to get back on. Nebula and Quasar entered the ship completely and proceeded to head to Comet City. As they headed there, they noticed lots of citizens in the Nova Quadrilaterals around Comet City cheering for the undisputed victory for Nebula and Quasar, along with the high gear that took them all the way completely as heroes and crusaders of the stars. Oh my goodness, they are cheering for us thanks to what you have predicted. Thank you so much, Nebula, said Quasar, who was now ready to become a kind-hearted person, a good friend, determined and ready to actually participate in any mission for the Comet City Police Department or CCPD. As they arrived at the Comet City federal government at 12 a.m., Nebula and Quasar, who walked out of the rocket ship, then saw Nova, Stone Cold, and the rest of the friends, including Celeste, who were cheering on for the victory as possible. Nebula, Quasar, you saved the day. We could have never seen this thanks to your efforts. Shouted Nova and joy as she proceeded to hug Nebula and Quasar, with Stone Cold and Starstruck giving her a pat on the back, while being cheered by almost 78.88 dual centurion citizens, who made their way along with the 298.88 Nova Quadrilateral government employees. At the same time, Luna and Celeste, now with their faces to have two eyes and the most beautiful mascara and dresses, also made it to the scene where they saw Nebula and Quasar being cheered on. "Oh my gosh, it's Celeste and Luna, now beautiful looks!" screamed Quasar, as he was shocked and even thrilled to see them better than ever. As all of them went into hugs, Quasar then met Officer Stone Cold, who had a proud smile on his face after all of the years of fighting and doing whatever it could always take to save the galaxy from a major catastrophe. "Well done, Quasar," or should I say Rookie? He chuckled for a bit, along with Quasar. "Hey Chief, it's no big deal. I would always like to be called names that make me look finest," said Quasar, who was assuring Stone Cold about the potential to not worry. "Well, the reason I'm also here is that we have something very special for you that you will always like," said Stone Cold in a determined tone. "What is it, Chief?" said Quasar. "You and Nebula are now being promoted to elite space comms as always. Maybe at the compensated federal government tomorrow, and then we will begin the speech for all," said Stone Cold. "Sure thing, Chief. I will arrive there as soon as possible," said Quasar. After that, Nebula and Quasar decided to head back to their own home. After all the continuous fighting that they had to bring to for the mission, even more likely, they wished each other a good night. And what this meant was something even bigger and better was going to happen. So that's going to be the end of chapter 13. So if you like this video, please hit the like button down below, and also please subscribe to the famous Austin Galactic. More videos will be coming soon as I continue to read the entire book. And I hope to see you soon. Have a great day.